We all want our dogs to be happy and well-behaved. Sometimes it's easy to forget that our dogs are opportunistic scavengers. We get busy with our lives, and we forget that when we don't meet our dog's enrichment needs, we often see that energy and those instincts come out in inappropriate and undesirable ways. So when we see those inappropriate behaviors, we need to remember that it's not our dog's fault, but it is our job to step up our enrichment game and make sure that we're giving our dogs plenty of outlets to use those energies and instincts in appropriate ways. With being stuck at home due to the pandemic and cold weather this winter, I've been finding myself feeling a little uninspired, and I'm struggling to come up with new creative ways. I'm Chelsea with Positive Futures Dog Training and Behavior, and in this video, we're going to give you some ideas to spice up your enrichment routine so that you can have a very happy, satisfied, and well-mannered dog. Buried in snow? Why don't you head outside and build a snowman for your dog? That's right, you heard me, a snowman for your dog. While you're building the snowman, your dogs can walk around, sniff, dig, and play in the snow. This will provide some excellent physical enrichment for them. And once you're done with the snowman, don't forget to add the food so your dog can dig it up. You can use your finger and poke small holes into the snowman and place your treats so that the dogs can easily see them and smell them. For experienced dogs, you can even bury some of the pieces. Poke a hole, stick your treat in, and then bury that treat with some extra snow around the outside. This will take your dog a little bit longer. But be warned, we don't want to make the exercise too challenging. So when just starting, especially for dogs who are not used to solving puzzles like this, make sure that you make it easy so that the dog can be successful and have fun while doing it. And then release your dog to the fun. They can use their nose to sniff out the pieces of food for some mental enrichment. And once they're all done eating, they can do whatever they want. Dig it up, knock it over, it's their choice. For multi-dog households, you want to make sure that this activity doesn't trigger any sort of resource guarding. So you can give each dog their own snowman and their own activity to work through. Another indoor-friendly enrichment activity is to give your dogs ice cream. You can buy dog ice cream from the store, or even make your own by putting some whipped cream or plain Greek yogurt into a cup. This activity is great for dogs, and by licking, it can help release some endorphins. Giving it fresh, it'll go by fast, but for a little extra challenge, you can stick it in the freezer to make it last longer. Another fun activity that the whole family can get involved in is setting up an obstacle course. You don't need any fancy equipment, and you can just use items that you have around your house. Make sure that the items won't move underneath the dog so they don't get scared, and make sure that your dog has plenty of traction. We don't want them slipping and sliding and hurting themselves. Allow your dog to interact with the items and reinforce them with praise and even treats for checking out the objects, standing on them, and sitting on them. On a nice day, you can even set this activity up outside. You can attach tents, tunnels, and even add in some toys or balls. This will give your dog both physical and mental exercise so that they're nice and tired afterwards. For our puppies, it helps with socialization as they learn that interacting with new objects is not scary. And for dogs that might be a little bit more nervous, it can help boost their confidence as they're building positive associations with different surfaces and equipment. And best of all, it's fun. The more times that we can have fun with our dogs and build relationships, the stronger their response will be to our other behaviors. Another great indoor activity to do with your dog is to play hide and seek. You can easily have someone hang onto a collar as you walk out of the room. Go hide somewhere and be prepared to give your dog treats when they find you. This is a great activity for the whole family to get involved in, and it can help dogs build positive associations with kids as the kids feed treats when the dog finds them. It can even help you boost your recall cue. If you put your dog in a sit stay or settle on a mat, walk away and call them, you can reinforce your recall word as they locate you. Another really wonderful winter activity is swimming at indoor pools. Lots of times dogs aren't getting enough exercise in the winter, which can make jumping back into spring activities challenging. Veterinary rehab facilities and sports centers have indoor pools where you can rent pool time. Giving your dog an opportunity to swim and build muscle is really important in helping them stay in shape this winter. You could bring a toy and play fetch, or even just allow them to swim on their own. Building muscle and working the body like this will have you coming home with a very tired dog. And don't forget, in that cold weather, bundle up with weather-appropriate clothing and go out and have fun with your dog. A lot of times we expect them to go out on their own, which is a lot less exciting. They're not doing a lot of free play independently. So with you bundled up, you can safely head out and enjoy some activity. You could go for a walk or even just play with them in the backyard. And if you are looking to increase your dog's independence outside, consider burying some items in the snow for them. You can put bones, large treats, or even toys underneath the snow and have them use their nose to go find and dig up the items. No snow? No problem. You can still increase your dog's independence outside by using food. Grab a handful of treats or even a handful of their kibble and toss it on the ground outside. This can be done in the grass or on decking. Allow your dog to use their nose and their natural scavenging instincts for some independent activity. If you have a dog that's a little worried to be outside without you, this is a wonderful way to help them boost their positive associations with the outdoors. And if you're okay with your dogs getting the floor a little bit more dirty before cleaning day, this is a great activity for indoors as well. Grab a handful, toss it on the ground, and enjoy how much longer it takes your dog to eat the food as they use their natural instincts and scavenge for the pieces. We all know that dogs love destroying things. How many new toys have you bought only to be shredded? For many dogs, they shred and they don't consume. So giving them safe items to shred is a great enrichment activity. Brown paper packages, boxes, and even toilet paper rolls are fantastic for shredding. Be sure to monitor your dog while you give them this activity to make sure that they aren't consuming any pieces. And if they start to, be sure to have high-value treats ready to trade them a treat for what's in their mouth. Another way to meet those prey instincts that our dogs have is by allowing them to hunt for their food in a box. Take a handful and toss it into the box. Then cover it with toys, water bottles, balls, whatever you might have handy, and allow your dog to find the pieces of food using their nose. Each dog will approach this activity differently, but all dogs will enjoy the benefit of using their nose to find food. You're done with the box after this game? Go ahead and let your dog shred it and play with the box as a game. And if the winter weather has you and your pup sticking inside a bit more often, don't forget you can bring nature indoors. Our dogs still love to sniff, so grab some items from around the yard and put in a box. You can put similar items in different boxes around the room, like a scavenger hunt, and allow your dog to walk around and enjoy all the smells. If your dog isn't sure how to start this game on their own, you could always toss a small handful of food inside the box. This will get their nose in and get them started as they sniff for the food pieces. They might even find some additional entertainment sniffing afterwards, even when the food is gone. Remember that enrichment is supposed to be fun for the dog. It's supposed to help them meet their natural desires, but in a more positive outlet, so that we're seeing less counter-surfing, barking, and inappropriate chewing. If you'd like to spice up your dog's eating routine with some more DIY food enrichment, I think that you'll like this video. It shows you how to use items from around the house to help your dog improve their eating experience.